Today's episode of Stories of Strength, we're tackling a question that many of us have faced or pondered at some point of our lives. Is divorce the end of life? We'll dive deep into Ikra Raghib's story of strength, how she came out of it and rediscovered herself. Hi Ikra, hi Zainab.
Hi.
Hello, looking nice, girl.
Ikra, can you just tell us a little about yourself first so that our audience and the listeners know who you are?
Okay, so I'm very awkward with telling about myself, but I'm a mom and I have a son, and I've been working in Pakistan. I've moved to UAE since 2 years now. I'm working here in Pakistan. I was working in fashion. I have a degree in fashion, but after like a decade or so, I've changed my career path. Now I'm into pharmaceuticals. So, yeah.
Okay. And Zainab, do you want to share a little about yourself?
Uh, I'm a makeup artist. Firstly, I'm a mom of two kids, and I'm a makeup artist in Lahore. And yeah, that's it. I'm a professional makeup artist and a beauty blogger right now,
Okay.
based in Lahore.
Okay. So I think there's one thing in common between the three of us, other than being the fact that we're cousins, we're full-time moms.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Ikra, tell me, how old were you when you first got married?
It seems like decades ago. I think I was 21. Or I think I was 21. Yeah.
And Zainab, how old were you when you got married?
I was very young. I was 18 when I got married.
I remember. And I was 21. Okay, so Ikra, for you it was an arranged marriage, and for Zainab it was an arranged marriage, and for me it was
Yep.
an arranged marriage as well. So that's
Our
also
family
yeah, so
is like
it's something very common for us. Okay, so Ikra, tell me, how was your experience? Were you like nervous? Were you excited? Were you like, how did you feel when you found out that this is the person your parents have decided that this is where you're going to get married? So, how was your experience with?
Yeah, I think you guys know me from Bachpan, so you guys know I was never into like shadi and getting dressed and like Zainab, you remember you used to say मुझे तो शादी करने का शौक है, but I was complete
Oh,
opposite of
that's
that person. When that was brought up, I was not really keen on it because I had goals and ambitions and I wanted to be this and that and travel or बाहर जाके पढ़ना है and all of that. And my parents were like, सारी cousins की शादी हो गई है और 21 की हो गई हो तुम और आखिरी तुम रह गई हो. So my mom was like really in stress. And then my father sat down with me and he was like, do you like someone? And I was like, नहीं. Like, तो फिर अगर कोई पसंद है तो बता दो, अगर नहीं पसंद तो फिर हमारी मर्जी से कर लो. And I was like, अच्छा, as far as somebody you get married me to, who lets me work, who lets me wear what I want to, who lets me travel, बस मेरी और कोई preference नहीं है. I mean, I was least interested who that person is, but what I'm getting out of it, that like अब बचपन में आप यही सोचते हो ना कि अच्छा मुझे जॉब भी करनी है,
yeah.
मुझे पढ़ना है, and मुझे कपड़े पहने सख्ती ना हो, ये वो. They were like, हाँ वो चलो ठीक है फिर कर दे. So that's how my marriage happened basically.
Acha. So, what was the red flag in the relationship for you that you knew that I don't think this is going to work out?
It was a very, very short marriage for me, like literally 5 months. But mahine mein I could see, for me it's very important to have the same values. I mean, I'm a very big person on values, so I felt कि वो the ground, the basic is missing. Like my upbringing and my values were completely opposite of that person. So उधर ही मुझे समझ आ गई थी कि that's not gonna work unless I really kill myself as a person and become somebody else, which I was never like that even at a younger age, because we've been raised in a manner, and how our parents have supported us to be strong young individuals. So उस time से I was like, no, I'm not giving in just to be another person, which I'm not, and our values, our family values are not such which I should compromise just for the sake of so I that was the biggest red flag. These this is a new kind of a person who I cannot walk with in the long run. So
Mhm.
who gets married at the age of 18 and 21 now
I
that we
know.
realize?
That's like babies. I don't even know. Yeah,
क्योंकि जब when I hear now people getting like girls getting married at the age of 18 or 19, I'm like सब कहते हैं बहुत छोटी है. I'm like I don't think so because I've been through it. But of course I would not want my daughter to get married at that age so young. I always want her to have a career, have something. So but not in late also, because then you are at that age that it's very hard for you to find somebody or to adjust.
I
So
agree.
I wouldn't mind Meherma getting married at the age of 25, 26. I
No,
think वो भी सही है.
for me, Jahanara will only get married when she has her own job. She's making money. She's an independent person. और फिर बाद में उसकी अपने नसीब हैं, whatever Allah Miya has written for her. If the husband's really good and supportive and doesn't want her to work, or if she doesn't need to work, that is something else. But I want her to have a career to hold on to and have her own money, her own bank account, her own house, so that she is an independent person. It's a
देखो
Honestly,
marriage.
exactly. Age doesn't matter. You guys know I remarried at the age of what, 30? And
Yeah.
I still found
we'll get back to that, Ikra, in a minute.
be concerned about the age, but we should be concerned that it should be more about the kids are independent, mentally mature, and ready to take on such a
That
serious job.
responsibility,
Yeah.
because marriage is something you have to work your entire life. Like there are ups and downs, and there's so much. It's not like roses of कि बस सब कुछ normal रहे, like oh new clothes and this and that. That's what I thought at age 21. The independent.
I think हमारे ज़माने में in our times we thought this, but nowadays the children don't think like that.
That is a good thing. I think the new generation is very intelligent and they do know कि हाँ, it's not just
Kids are very aware now. We were not that aware of the
that's
situation and the things and how to handle it.
that is
Kids
very
these days make sure that they know, they tell you what they want and what's right and what's wrong.
yes, that's the best part about this generation, that their priorities are straight. They know exactly what they want for themselves. That's a great thing about them. Acha, Ikra, tell me, you said that within 5 months you knew that this is not going to work out.
Yeah, I knew it.
You found out that you were expecting. What was your reaction and how did you deal with it?
I have never been fond of kids, you guys know that. So I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want this kid, and I'm ready to get rid of it because I never was like all cousins, you know. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Yeah. So I couldn't register what's happening. So then my mom sat down, your mom, and you know they tried to bring the Islamic side of it. कि नहीं ये हो जाता है वो हो जाता है
I
and all that.
even remember my dad also sat down with you.
I think everybody sat down with Ida. Yeah, everybody tried to. That's what families do. They start like convincing you that, oh, and the best part is like bringing the religion in this situation, in every situation. That's a must. अच्छा, फिर क्या
But
हुआ?
blessing in disguise. I mean, I'm glad I didn't take any
Yeah.
decision like that, and
You have your best friend with you now.
I embraced it. और फिर उसके बाद there was no looking back. I was like, this is my responsibility, and it's not that child's fault. So I need to own it, and that is at the age of 21. Like I decision tab le liya, and I obviously I had my parents' support, my siblings, like you guys, everybody was there for me, and especially my dad. Like you know, Ammi ki side is a bit emotional heck, but Abu has always been like, you know, do what you want. I'm behind you, all
Support.
that. So
Of course.
then, Mustafa, I was just ready. Like I was mentally somehow Allah Miya ki taraf se, you know, my mind was tuned that, you know, I'm ready to take this on and this is my responsibility now. single mom, whatever, I have to own it because that's my child.
So
So
Ikra,
bas wo
you waited 9 months, then you had Mustafa, and that's when you, during that period, you were with your parents, and you were not divorced, but you were with your parents. You guys were living separately, and that's when you made up your mind that this is not working out because that person is not taking care of you or your needs, or like even excited about having a baby, and that's when you decided that this is not going to work out and we need to.
like right after 5 months when I moved to my parents' house. But obviously, Islamically, you can't really take a divorce when you're pregnant. So we had to wait basically to deliver. And then as soon as we did, we were ready to, because
Yeah, there was a point where you actually even tried that. So for Mustafa, that you guys should have like a co-parent relationship as well, because you're a very open and a educated person, where you felt that it would be not right for your child not to have his
yeah,
dad in his life, and you tried very hard so that you guys could have like a co-parent relationship. How was your experience with that?
I was the only one who wanted that. Neither did his dad or my parents. My abu was like, हम सरनेम चेंज कर देंगे और हमारा नाम लग जाएगा, and हमने शक्ल नहीं दिखानी, ये नहीं करना, and there was complete black spot from the other side as well. But I was like, yeah, I mean, end of the day, we can't deny the fact that, he's his father, and we have to admit it. And I'm not doing those foolish things which will come back to me after years. And, when he's a grown up, he's going to ask me why you did that.
Yeah.
So I didn't change his name. I took some strong decisions, which, everybody says, कि तुमने कैसे कर लिया, मुझे खुद नहीं पता. It was just some divine intervention that came at that time, कि ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है. So, yeah, that happened. I got the custody, I got the guardianship through court, everything legally done, dusted, no maintenance, no contact. Um, yeah, single mother, rocking.
Ikra, you really took divorce as a catalyst for self discovery, resilience, and ultimately you chose to build your life and align it with your own true self and your own aspirations. Can you tell us, how did you get to that stage? Because I know the initial period, it was because you had a little baby, there was grief, there was anger, you were confused, you didn't know what was happening because you were so young as well. But then I remember there was a time, like Mustafa was what, he was few months when you got your first job at PFID, right, Tikra?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yes.
I was actually expecting him. That's exactly the time when
Uh,
once when I moved out and I realized that it might not work, and that's the time when I started working. So I had that job even before Mustafa was born. Like I literally was going to my work a day before my delivery. So when I knew this is not happening, I've always been like, uh somebody with a plan. So मैंने कहा अब ये तो नहीं हो रहा, so I need to do something for my child and myself, and I
Mhm.
need to move forward. I've never been one of those कि बैठ के, like obviously everybody goes through that phase of going down and all, but I kind of somehow come back quickly, and I was like नहीं job करनी है, मैंने busy रहना है, I need to earn myself, I don't need to be dependent on my dad for like a new child, like a new life that I'm bringing out. So उस चक्कर में I, as soon as I moved out, I know exactly that was May of 2009, and तभी मैंने job start कर दी, like
Mm. But
within a
I
month I
used
got
to
it.
see, mashallah, in a way that I mean, our side of the family, even your mom, were emotional people. Our parents, they get really like emotional about things. But you had your dad with you. His support was everything. I remember during that time, because he was like an anchor in your life. Like he made sure that everything was taken care of. He was the one going to courts with you, making sure that everything was taken care of. So, do you want to share about how important it is to have that parent support in your life, especially at that young age when you are deciding to take such a big step?
I think every person needs that one person, be that their dad or mom, brother, sibling, just one person you need. And lucky, I was very lucky that it was my dad for me. मैं तो बचपन से खैर I was really
Right.
I was like a डैडीज गर्ल एंड अगर मैंने कोई कहीं किसी बर्थडे पे भी जाना है या शादी पे भी जाना है, सो यूजुअली यू वेयर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स एंड शो योर मॉम कि अच्छा ये जूती अच्छी लग रही है वो, एंड आई वुड ऑलवेज गो टू माय डैड कि ये पहनूं कि वो पहनूं, एंड ही वुड ऑलवेज से द वन आई वांटेड टू wear. So we had that connection, and so when this all happened, he was like, तुम्हें इस चीज को अपने ऊपर अफेक्ट, obviously it was affecting, but he was like, I'll take charge of it, you think positively. He pushed me to apply for masters. He pushed me to continue my job. I was at one point, I was thinking कि मैं छोड़ दूं. I was going through too much physical changes, and then this whole trauma of going through this process at a young age, और मेरी गलती भी नहीं. So that thing that keeps coming back to you कि मेरी क्या गलती थी, मेरी क्या गलती थी, अरेंज थी, ये था वो था. So he was like, I'll handle the court. You, तुम्हारा ये baby will handle him. You just think आगे का. So somehow that motivation, that support, then therapy, like उस जमाने that's like what, 15 years ago, 15, 16 years ago, they were like, and then he would literally go sit outside for hours and make sure. मैं कहती थी नहीं टाइम जाया है क्या, मुझे आप लेके जा रहे हैं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. एंड दे वर लाइक डजंट मैटर, हम समझो डिनर करने जा रहे हैं, तो हम 1 घंटा यहाँ लगाओ एंड देन वील हैव डिनर आफ्टर दैट. सो वो बाहर बैठे रहते थे कि टेक थेरेपी. एंड देन ही वुड ऑल्सो टॉक टू द थेरेपिस्ट उस टाइम पे. ही वाज हुमैर अंकल, आई जस्ट गिव हिम ऑल द क्रेडिट नाउ, Humair Hashmi. So he would talk to him then कि how can we improve as parents for her and be there. So I mean, if कि अगर वो ना होते तो मैं किस तरह इसको टैकल करती. बट देन ही, it's not just him, my mom was also there in whatever way she could. My brother, I mean, he was like, because they weren't married, they were young, but they were there to support me. Like when I had my emotional breakdowns, they would be just there. Okay, we're there with it. So we were very, like we were like a very close knit family who shared my grief. So मैंने अकेली ने नहीं वो किया पूरा अपने ऊपर. So when they shared it with me, it was kind of
Easier for you.
taken by, yeah. So, and then somehow I've been blessed कि something new positive comes with something negative that's happening around me. So जैसे ही I was going through this process, I got the opportunity to apply for masters, and I got so busy with essay writing, and that stress took over versus this stress. तो मुझे ज्यादा
Hmm.
सोचने का वो टाइम मिलता था कि मुझे, मैं अप्रूव होगा, मेरी स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी, will I be, because I've alwaज बीन like एम्बिशियस और competitive. तो मुझे था कि पूरे पाकिस्तान से सब अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, मेरा एडमिशन होगा कि नहीं होगा, मुझे स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी कि नहीं. सो माई एनर्जीज वर डिवाइडेड. सो वो हमेशा नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव में चली गई. So I'm glad that happened, and then I went for my masters, or during my masters I was going through my divorce, so I had to travel back once to appear in front of the court during that time. So it just worked out.
Zainab, for you, what does who's like the supportive figure in your life that has always been there, like a pillar of strength for you and always helped you through everything?
Like Ikra said, like you always need somebody, like that one person to give you all that support. And for me, I had my parents, both of them, like even my father's, my mom, like she gave me all the support, all the courage. Even my dad, like both of them, like whenever I needed them, they were just a call away. And still now they say we support you, you do whatever you want to. And when I had Ryan, I was so young. They took care of Ryan, and it was like उनका एक नया बच्चा पैदा हुआ है, and this is how it was.
पर
So
I think मुस्तफा जो है वो खाला का ज्यादा बेटा है as compared to
ऐसे ही होता है, ऐसी that's how you were so young and your parents were so young that I think they unwantingly had a child. So I think all you need is your parents' support. And Alhamdulillah, I have my parents' support. And I'm so grateful to God that I have my parents with me. And when you have your parents with you, I don't think you need anyone else in your life. Like now, because my kids are all grown up, so I have my kids' support also. So Alhamdulillah, I have a lot of people in my life who are very supportive and have always been there uh, through my problems and my situation problems, everything.
Mm-hmm. Acha, Ikra, tell us, right after masters, when you came back, what was your first job?
So I joined back PIFD. I went on a educational break from there, so I didn't leave my job. I was teaching at fashion school. Then I joined back as a lecturer. I worked there for 5 years, and I was also the coordinator for the marketing department. So I came back. I joined because I went for on a scholarship, and it was partially sponsored by my institute, PIFD. So I had to come back, continue the years, and I did that. Yeah. So that was like 5 years of
And
teaching.
then how old were Mehrma and Rayan when you decided that you wanted to, like, I remember you joined an institute for makeup.
Yeah.
You were
So
makeup, but
I think I was 22, yeah, 22, 23 when I started teaching in a preschool. And when Rayan started school, so I joined with him because I was that insecure mom कि पता नहीं school जाएगा तो what is going to happen to him. So they offered me a job. I used to pick and drop him, and they offered me a job that, why don't you come and join us? And I did. And I taught in that school for 4 years. Then when I was expecting Herma after 6 years, I was expecting her, and I left my job. And I always wanted to do something different. So preschool teacher was like a childhood dream was that too. But I was always very creative and a very artistic sort of person. So I also wanted to do something like that. So that's how I started, doing makeup and how I came in this business. Like it's been now almost 10 years, yeah, that I've been in this industry now.
okay, you taught as well, and I did as well. I think that's also one thing
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I taught
We have a
Lahore
lot of things
Grammar
in
School.
common
Yeah,
like
I
that.
taught at Lahore Grammar School for a year as well. I'm sure you
Yeah.
all remember that phase of mine where I would bring like piles and piles of copies and make everybody check them
Help you.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was I didn't I liked the part where I was interacting with the kids, but I hated the other work like the copies, checking the tests and piles of copies and stuff. So yeah, that was short-lived for me. I just taught for a year and then I was done. अच्छा मुझे बताओ कि जब अभी भी like it's 2024 and we're going towards 2025, why do you think divorce is such a taboo in our country? Like a parent, when you speak with like average parents, they would say कि एक मरी हुई बेटी better है as compared to a divorced बेटी, because every day we see कि things are not working out, सास ने जला दिया, husband ने मार दिया, like a lot of these things. Why do you think it's such a huge taboo in Pakistan?
Um, I think it's lack of education, honestly, because we're a country where we don't
Yeah.
have a lot of education and illiteracy बहुत high है. But अगर हम अपने सर्कल में देखें, अपनी सराउंडिंग्स में, so I've been lucky, alhamdulillah, कि मैंने कभी ऐसे नहीं, even 14 years ago when I was going through that, nobody questioned me or said कि तुम गलत decision ले रही हो, या because that is because the kind of surrounding and the people, our family, friends have similar backgrounds and share similar values. So उस पे everybody was very supportive of the fact that we know 100% and how uh, sometimes parents also make mistakes for you and you have to accept it. You can't just go haywire about it. So I think अब तो खैर बहुत ही improve हो गया. Even 14 years ago I remember when I would tell
I
people, they
think,
never saw like shocked faces. Everybody was sorry about it, but they were
yeah.
also supportive the fact that, it's good that you're out of it instead of staying in it and being miserable. But ये जो हम सुनते रहते हैं happening, that is also because of illiteracy. Honestly, हमारे मुल्क में तो कोई है ही नहीं ना, मतलब एजुकेशन लेवल जहाँ पे अवेयरनेस ही बेचारी औरतों को हो कि उन्होंने हाउ डू दे हैव टू काइंड ऑफ डील विद इट.
Zaina, what do you think?
because this is we are in the society जहाँ पे this is a thing that divorce नहीं लेनी and compromise करना है. But alhamdulillah that times have changed and things has changed. Now I hardly hear anybody saying कि adjust करो, compromise करो, थोड़ा और time दो, because I think people are now aware of what's going on, and now I think जो zamana, like what our parents have been through, वहाँ पे obviously everything was not this open and divorce rate was not this high, but now it's different. Now people are also understanding, parents are understanding, different family dynamics होते हैं लोगों के, they come from different family background, they don't understand कि like they think it's a taboo, especially very not around us, but from like outskirts of Lahore या उस तरह की जगहों, families में भी lack of education, of course I would say, and small thinking. Then again, people who think that in our religion also, if you take it like everything we bring in our religion कि अच्छा नहीं दीन में ऐसा नहीं है, it's not in our religion, but in our religion also there is nowhere written that you have to suffer and go through all that crap in your marriage and you have to die and come back to your parents only. No, I think thinking has changed and people have changed now. People are not taking the crap. People are not okay, ठीक है, compromise to some extent is fine. You have children, you are thinking about them, but you don't have to go through and suffer
The mental
with
abuse and the physical
yes.
abuse.
The first thing is that यहाँ पे physical abuse, the first thing when you say, oh, you're not happy, they ask you, does he hate you? So physical abuse सबको नजर आता है, but worse or maybe equally, mental abuse is equally as bad as physical abuse. It's just physical abuse is
I think
you can
it's
see,
even
but
worse.
mental abuse you cannot see,
Yeah, I feel
unfortunately.
mental abuse even worse hai, because physical abuse after a while that heals, but mental trauma is
when
with you for
yeah,
years and years.
when I talk to people and I talk about divorce, yeah, I have friends who have been divorced, and like generally when we discuss with the aunties and family members, they say, oh, marta to nahi hai. I'm like, what? Like agar marega to you get the right to take divorce, otherwise you can't, otherwise chalo ye to karta hai chalo. No, I think it's not like that. And हमेशा से I've never judged people who've taken divorce, because I feel that नहीं रह सके situation में, so they're out of it. And I am so happy that now people have the courage to take a stand for themselves, and that's how you get the courage also when you hear. Our parents were different, our parents' times were different. Now it's 2024, 25 is coming, and I think a lot has changed. Now people are not taking.
Even though they're like very conservative, और वो लोग बेचारे उस तरह से नहीं exposed, educated जिस तरह से उन्होंने हमें raise किया है, but still, alhamdulillah, we all have been lucky with the fact that they've been supportive, and they at least they've been closer to religion, so they understand that it's not end of the world and we have to be there for our kids, girls, boys, जैसे भी वो decisions ले रहे हैं. And obviously no parent or no
Yeah.
child wants to go through this trauma. लेकिन
Yeah.
if it doesn't mean that you push them to the end. At least we've been lucky that way कि हमारे सारे parents have been supportive. I mean, they also go through it more than us, because we are still open to therapies and open to expressing ourselves and talking about it.
अभी मैं recently I read somebody's interview and then they were saying कि जब लड़कियों की आप शादियां कर देते ना तो उनका पीछा ना करा करें माए, because फिर वो बहुत problems होती हैं.
Saw that interview. I saw that interview too, and I was like, what is she talking about? I mean, even when you get
और मैंने यही सोचा कि अगर if your parents will not support you and leave
who
you
else is going to?
to that hell कि जाओ मरो और मर के ही वापस आना, then what's the point? And then you think कि अच्छा यार मेरे I only had my parents और वो भी नहीं है, they are also not supportive, so that's very unfortunate to say. And I know that woman, and I know her daughter has been through a divorce, and I was just thinking कि that's her second marriage and how she's been, you know how can you say this, that अपनी बेटी का पीछा करना छोड़ दें? Why? I don't know in what sense she was saying, but मुझे बहुत off लगा, because I didn't like it that the way she said it कि आप शादी कर दी तो अब बस भूल जाओ बेटियों को. ऐसे नहीं होता. This is now not how it works.
हर चीज शेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन योर लाइफ. एंड आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग कि अगर आप अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ नहीं शेयर करोगे तो आप किसके साथ शेयर करोगे?
Exactly.
अच्छा इकरा, मुझे बताओ कि you waited a long, long time. Was it to find love and get married again? Was it a period of healing for you, or was it a period of just self discovery and fulfilling all the dreams for yourself? Did you wait for that, or you didn't find a right person to include in your life and Mustafa's life, and that is why you waited that long?
So yeah, it took me 10 years to remarry basically, and that was not um completely on the fact that now I will never get married and I want to be something and all. But I yes, initial few years, like at least 3 4 years, I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to work on my self growth, and I was like, "Ab ho gaya hai, so I need to come out as a stronger person. I need to be independent. I need to, you know, somebody that my son looks up to and is proud that this is what my mom and dad is, because I was both. I had to be both roles. So I wanted to first make that person of myself, and I was like in the middle of that. If I find somebody who matches my values, because I told you, I am really big on my values, and that's where the first thing fell apart. So I was like, even if that doesn't happen, and I'm single, I'm okay with that. But if in the process that happens, I find somebody who I feel is the one, then I mean, I'm open also. It wasn't like I blocked myself. Yes, initially 3 4 years I blocked that chapter in my life, but then later when I felt that I am ready to take that on. Now I feel I'm more stronger and independent, and I can share my life with another person now. Then I was open to it, and I was like, but that is only if I feel that person is ready to be compatible with me, share the same uh, mindset, share the same values that I have, and also is is as strong person as I am, or as a personality that I am. And of course, the top priority for me was that is ready to take the baggage that I have with me. So and in Pakistan, in a society like Pakistan, it's very rare to find such a person. अपने रियल फादर्स नहीं बच्चों को टाइम देते और ओन
और
करते,
responsibility उठाने
while
के लिए.
happy marriages, but it's how the dynamics and how our Pakistani men are raised in the society. So I was
Yeah.
like, I need somebody who doesn't become the dad. I'm not expecting him to become a dad, but he should be my life partner. So you share the burden with each other. So then after long 10 years, I got lucky.
So how was that period? Was it like hard? Like what is it like? I know uh, you were 100% sure that it's not going to be an arranged marriage this time. So how
No, it wasn't कि मैंने arrange नहीं अब करनी. I was like it can be arranged, but this time it won't be like ये तस्वीर है, ये good looking है, ये टिक टिक है और बस इसे कर लो. I want to interact with that person. I want to know that person more. I want to share what I expect out of that person, and similarly I want to understand what he expects out of me. And I need to put down everything on the table, that it's not just me coming, it's 1 + 1 coming now. So are you that
Hmm.
person who can handle all of that? So मुझे range से कोई problem नहीं थी.
Mhm.
The only thing was that when arranged marriages happen through moms. एक अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे जो मुल्क का है कि अम्मी के थ्रू अरेंज मैरिज होगी. सो इसलिए आई वाज नॉट ऑफ द आइडिया कि अच्छा ठीक है. फिर वो जब पेरेंट्स इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं, दे दे गेट इम्पेशेंट, दे डोंट वांट टू गिव टाइम. अच्छा, 2 मीटिंग्स हो गई, 3 हो गई, बस अब डिसीजन लो. सो आई डिडंट वांट दैट टू हैपन फॉर मी. आई वाज लाइक, इवन इफ इट टेक्स 6 months, 8 months, year, 2 years, unless I'm 100% sure that I will be comfortable, my child will be comfortable in that marriage, I will. So arranged to nahi hua because you know how it is in Pakistan. But love happened, and
Yeah,
yes, rest is
he's an amazing
history.
person. He's a great partner. I think he's Mustafa's best friend. I've seen how he deals with Mustafa, and Mustafa, I think, listens to him more than he listens to you, I guess.
Sometimes things work out in such a, like, it's all Alamia's doing. So Mustafa, ek to obviously he's been around him since what, 7 years now. So he was such a baby when I got married. So he's taking up on everything. He's learning from him as a male figure. So wo uski dressing and how he talks, how he acts, how he walks. वो तो चलो ठीक है, but the similarities on how they look is
I
so
know.
funny.
Look,
I
Yeah, I always say that.
traveling immigration officer मुझे like they both went to the male side and I went to the female, and she was like, आपका बेटा बिल्कुल पापा जैसा लगता है. And I was like, like she doesn't know anything, but उनकी जबकि
He
observation है वो सारी
actually
चीजें.
does look like
does
him.
look like
I
Fahad.
always tell you this.
So yeah, it just and then my friends also joke कि तुमने कोई 14 साल पहले कुछ किया था गलत काम, जो तुम जो है इतना कैसे मिल सकते कोई फहद से. So but yeah, been lucky that way, and Mustafa is happy, alhamdulillah. Fahad is happy. I'm happy in this situation, and he obviously he calls him uncle. We don't expect him to call him Baba or Papa or Abbu.
I feel in
And
this marriage of yours, it's very like he's an educated person, he's open-minded, he's himself has gone through a divorce, so he understands, he lets you be, you have maintained your own job, you bring equal to the table, like how much he does, and you do the same. You have your job, he does his own work, you take care of your son yourself, and you guys are living a happy family.
initially, when I got married, I was like, I want to be a housewife and I just want to take care of my child now. And I was like, are you ready to take that burden? He was like, yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. If you want to take a break, go ahead. And but honestly, I could not, because I've been working all my life. I've been so career oriented. I've been so financially independent that it didn't work out for me. I felt my life is ending, everything is collapsing in that 6 months. I was like, this is not the life I
Hmm.
want to live. And then instantly I went back to work and I was like, नहीं नहीं मैं working woman ही ठीक हूँ. मैं I cannot be. It's double the job of being a full-time housewife and a mom. So, you need that kind of a supportive partner where he lets you be of what you want to experiment with, what you want to do. And similarly, I'm sure if you ever talk to Fad, he would also feel the same, that, he has his own independence in making his own decisions. But yes, he has my support. Same way I have his support. You need like one extra mind to, talk about it, discuss about things. And Mustafa has a male figure in the house, which I'm glad that, sometimes you, especially raising boys, teenagers, you need that. So, yeah, that discipline is there because of his male presence. And yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all this, Ikra and Zainab. Before we go, Ikra, what do you have to say to younger girls or just women in general that feel that, oh, divorce is going to end their life and it would be really hard for them to like rebuild, or if they have kids, it would be really hard for them to raise kids as a single mom or a single parent. What would you say to those women?
Honestly, my life actually started after the divorce. I mean, I grew out more resilient, more stronger after going through that thing. So I feel, I mean, there's no harm. I mean, if it's not working out, given you 100%, I'm not promoting divorce here, and
Mhm.
I'm not saying that you need to compromise. Marriage is about compromising, but not to the point where you have to compromise on your values. That is really important, and what you stand for and how you've been raised. वो compromise नहीं हो रहा, but छोटे मोटे compromises you should do. I mean, if it doesn't affect your it doesn't affect you mentally, so do
हाँ,
that. But
और values are there and छोटी मोटी बातें तो होती रहती हैं because husband and wife, they're not the same people. I mean, we come from different backgrounds, we come from different houses, so we have different set of like habits. So वो तो आप ऊपर कभी कुछ आप change कर लो, कुछ वो change कर ले and make it work. But if you feel that it is really mentally like affecting you and it's not going to
grow as a person. It's not letting you be who you want to be. I mean, marriage is one part of you being growing as a person, right? But if it's not letting you do that, if it's not letting you achieve your ambitions, if it's not letting you do little things that you want in life for yourself and your kids, or your family and in general, so then there's no point staying in that. Then I think exiting is the best way forward. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's very easy, but if you are out of it, and I think that is better for you to grow. Otherwise, if you're in the same small circle, and if you're trying, then there's no room for growth, because your energies are wasted on something negative. So giving you 100%, but when you're ready and you feel it's not working out, just I think that's the time when you should move and work on yourself. And I think yes, it's hard, but it's not end of the world. Things work out eventually.
What do you say about the whole situation, Jana?
So yeah, divorce, people like girls who are divorced or like struggling to take one or going through that separation period or whatever, it's like very challenging and very hard. But I would just like give them this advice that prioritize yourself, work on your health, well-being, your mental health and physical health, number one. And number two, set your goals, rediscover yourself, don't give up, keep going, keep doing what you like, and focus on just the future. Leave behind all the negative stuff and just think positive. And every I would say my daughter just told me, and I told Ikra also, that every cloud has a silver lining. And inshallah, if you're going through bad times, there will be good times. एक जैसा time नहीं रहता. So move on, work on yourself. Number one, put yourself first, and then think about
Yeah,
others.
I mean, Allah
100%.
planned
Honestly,
you, and I think this plan is the best plan.
Yeah.
yep.
Jessica, what were you saying?
I'm saying, I mean, just giving your 100%, so there are no regrets. And once you've given
Yeah.
that, honest, no looking back.
I think मैं honestly बताऊं, when you are at a point of taking a divorce or moving on, I think you've given your 100%. Then you come on that point, I think. Uh, when you keep thinking, can I give more, I give more, I think you're just giving that bait to yourself. I think the day your like instinct tell you, okay, it's time, I think आपको तभी you need to take a step.
And then you're so in heart, so at peace, that you know that you gave in 100%, you did all the right things, you tried everything that you could. फिर उसके बाद
Yeah.
there is no looking back. I mean, then you're
Yeah.
so peaceful, because you gave in. So that's what I would recommend the people
Just give
who
your
are going.
100%, and once you know that this isn't working out, it's best for you, and if the kids are involved, best for them as well, because I think zyada toxic ho jata hai even for the kids to be in that.
Yeah, of course, it's not even healthy for the children to
Healthy for the
go
kids,
through that.
see the parents like constantly fighting. फिर बच्चों के लिए भी I think एक वो negative emotion उनके अंदर भी आ जाता है towards one parent कि ओ या mom or dad. So it's better कि वो अपने दोनों parent के साथ relationship maintain कर सकें, and that is
Yeah.
only possible if they see that both the parents are happy, even if they're not happy together, they're happy as individuals. So I think it's
You know, I also think teaching your kids, you need to set an example to tell them that for the girls that don't suffer too much, and there's always, you know, positive way to come out of this, and don't struggle, don't give in. Give you 100%, but if you think it's not working, just, you know,
yeah. I think
peacefully come out of it. And for your sons, I would say set an example that the way you treated your mom is treated is not right, and you should respect women and not do the exact same thing.
yeah, I think इवन बिफोर दैट आप अपने बच्चों को ये चीज भी सिखाओ कि आपकी मॉम और आपके डैड जो है वो सिर्फ हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ नहीं है या मदर एंड फादर नहीं है, दे आर एन इंडिविजुअल
Individual.
and they have their own life and they have their own feelings और सब कुछ, और उसको भी they need to understand that as well कि उन्होंने अपने लिए भी they have to think about themselves as well. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Should we end on
Yeah,
that note?
Yeah, sure.
we can talk for hours, but I think
Yeah,
yeah,
we can
we
go
have
on and on for hours, and I think we will do this more often. And there's so much to talk about. You guys are amazing parents. You're doing so well professionally as well, and we can bring other topics later on.
Yep, sure.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
You.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.